Welcome to the Saul's Newsstand News Review for April 10th, 2020. An article from The Hill reports, Sanders drops out of presidential race. Senator Bernie Sanders suspended his presidential bid on Wednesday, ending a campaign that once appeared on track to dominate the Democratic nominating contest, but that quickly lost momentum. Sanders began re-evaluating his campaign after a string of primary losses last month. But he continued his push for the nomination for weeks before ultimately telling his staff in a conference call on Wednesday morning that he had decided to drop out of the race. His decision to suspend his campaign effectively paves the way for former Vice President Joe Biden to claim the Democratic presidential nomination. In a live stream address on Wednesday, Sanders acknowledged his mounting delegate deficit in the race and concluded that he no longer had a viable path to the nomination, and he vowed to push issues he had campaigned on, including committing to push for Medicare for all as the coronavirus leads to massive layoffs. The departure marks Sanders' second failed attempt at the Democratic nomination after he came up short in his 2016 challenge against former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. The 2016 campaign did, however, vault Sanders to household name status after he cobbled together a loyal base of support from largely young voters who grew enamored with his progressive policies and efforts to push the party further left. The Washington Examiner reports, jobless claims surged to 6.6 million last week as pandemic shutdowns forced layoffs. The number of workers claiming new unemployment benefits jumped to 6.6 million last week, the Labor Department reported Thursday, as the economic shutdown to slow the spread of coronavirus spurred layoffs on an unprecedented scale. Over 15 million people have lost their job in the last 3 weeks, the jobless claims numbers show. About 6.8 million jobs were lost the week ending March 28th, the Labor Department said Thursday, revising the number up from the 6.6 million figure previously reported. For the preceding week, 2.6 million people requested unemployment benefits. In comparison, job losses totaled 8.7 million during the Great Recession, according to Kevin Rins, economist in the Center for Administrative Records, Research and Applications at the U.S. Census Bureau. Forecasters expect that up to 20 million workers could file for unemployment benefits for the entire month of April. And finally, coronavirus stimulus checks are on the way. Here's how it works. The stimulus checks, much like a tax refund, will be handled by the Internal Revenue Service. If you have filed your taxes electronically, the money can be transferred to your bank account via direct deposit. If you have filed a paper copy of your taxes or have closed the bank account used to receive previous tax refunds, the government will send a check in the mail. If you have moved since you last filed your taxes, remember to submit a change of address form, which normally takes 4 to 6 weeks to process, in order to have the check sent to the correct address. Alternatively, the House Ways and Means Committee said that the Treasury Department plans on setting up an online portal where people can submit their bank information and set up direct deposits instead of getting checks in the mail. The best way to make sure your money arrives soon is to file your 2019 tax return as quickly as possible. This is especially true for people who lost a job in the last year, as this could put you in a position to qualify to receive more money. If you're having trouble locating the money, either in your bank account or via a check in the mail, there will be information regarding how to contact the IRS in the note mailed to you. We would strongly encourage you to read the full article by clicking on the link in the description below. And that concludes your Saul's Newsstand News Review for April 10th, 2020. For more political news faster, visit saulsnews.com.